Welcome back to Arcane Thoughts and Wisdom with Magi and Micah. The School of Thought is in session, Divines, peace be. Grand Rising Cosmic Family, Fi Yin. We thank the ancestors for our presence in this moment. Ashe. In the last video we talked about the arcane properties of copper. In this video we will discuss sacred geometry and the symbology behind a lot of shapes we see in everyday life. And in doing so, we may resolve some of the fear associated with occult or misunderstood symbols that most of us won't care to discuss. Let's begin with the fundamentals, before ultimately arriving at the Fibonacci Spiral or the Golden Ratio. The two main shapes we encounter in every aspect of life are 1 and 0. In quantum computing, these are your binary numbers or aspects. In nature, they are the perspective of life. This is the male and the female, or the alpha and the omega. 1 represents the phallus, or male, or, in math, value. The 0 represents the cosmic womb, or vulva, or female, or the negative value. These symbols are apparent in everything, and you can see them everywhere you look. Next is the third shape, or the triangle. This shape represents the creation or experience, the most essential building block in the third dimension. The Trinity is the hallmark of most religions, and for good reason. This shape is the culmination of Father, Mother, and ultimately the child or creation, thus forming the triangle. The fourth shape is the square. This symbol directly correlates with 360 degrees, just like the circle, but represents alternating symmetrical phases, like either states of matter, seasons, sections of the sky, hemispheres of the brain, or the earth, and the circle, or the square rather, of life, which is birth, life, death, decay, repeat. This symbol represents nature. The fifth shape is the pentagram, or the 5-pointed star. This symbol represents man, or the 4 extremities and the head. Humans are the stars made in the image of nature. Our form, like many others, are essentially naturally occurring, either in celestial or subterrestrial bodies. The sixth shape is the Hexagonal Star, which represents the combined information of all the topics we've discussed before this shape, and/or correspondence. But you may know it as the phrase, as above, so below. The symbol is analogous with this shape is the Vitruvian Man. The seventh shape is the Heptagram, or the 7-sided star. This shape represents the completed man, or wisdom. This symbol is the shape of all the chakras aligned, or the Merkaba, and ultimately the number at which our current world resonates, or its frequency. The last two shapes are kind of abstract, yet very relevant to our lives because we see them everywhere, and they both have a very arcane and occult past. First is the Vesica Pisces, or the fish of Jesus. The symbolism behind these two overlapping circles represents the creative power of the woman from a geometrical and arcane perspective, simultaneously. The circles represent the physical and the spiritual, respectively. Creation from the source of creation, or the soul. And lastly, the final shape isn't a genuine shape at all, but it is very spiritual and arcane. The Fibonacci Spiral, or the Golden Ratio, in physics represents 0s and 1s, and each remaining number is the sum of the previous 2. Some sources omit the initial 0, instead beginning the sequence with 2 1s. This symbolism in arcane studies is 9, or the infinite spiral of creation in physical form. This fractal pattern is seen everywhere in nature, in the natural world, from galaxies, hurricanes, to snail shells, or even the heart of an embryo. Cosmic love and wisdom, family, always. 1.